Welcome back into Rounding Third Baseball, episode 263, Divisional Round Chaos. I'm Nick, and we have Harrison here tonight. As always, how are we doing tonight, Harrison?
Fantastic, Nick. It's been a fun couple of days. Can't wait to get into it. How you doing?
Doing pretty well. Yeah, it's been a lot of runs by some teams here, so we will dive into it for sure. But first, make sure that you follow and like us on Facebook. You can subscribe on YouTube. You can also follow on Instagram, Rumble, and TikTok. You can also listen on Spotify and Apple Podcasts or wherever you get your podcasts. We also have our affiliate sponsors, Dick's Sporting Goods, MLB Shop, and Lids. You can find these links on the tops of all of our socials. So if you do any shopping with these companies, please do it through our links as we get a nice little kickback with no additional cost to you. Just a great way to support the show. We also have Rounding Third merch on Etsy. So if you search Rounding Third Baseball, we have sweatshirts, t-shirts, tumblers. We got a whole bunch of stuff on there. Give it a look. Support us by sporting some Rounding Third gear. We all know you look great in it. So give that a look. And also on Patreon, we are starting to build a small community where we talk baseball all the time. Our lives will start going there. We'll be doing some live watch parties there. So check us out on Patreon. Just another great way to support us and be involved with what our show is. You can have some input into what we talk about as well. So join us on Patreon. Give that a look. And yeah, look forward to seeing you guys there. All right. October is Breast Cancer Awareness Month. So I just want to put this out there. This one hits close to home for me, especially right now. So fellas and ladies out there, check your titties, please. It's serious. So what I'm going through right now, my family's going through right now. Catch it early if you can. So just a lot of us have been affected by cancer. It sucks. So do yourself a favor, fellas, and check your wife every night if you have to. I try to as much as possible, as much as she
say if she'll let me, sure.
Yeah. But like on a serious note, early screening is definitely the key there. So just wanted to give a shout out there.
And I think we're at a point now where it's you're hard pressed to find somebody who hasn't been affected by it one way or another. So yeah, absolutely a serious thing. And although we're making light of it to a certain extent, it is an absolutely serious topic that I'm glad to see there is a month dedicated to raising awareness for it.
Absolutely. So
yeah,
do yourself a
favor. Hanky, sister's a breast cancer survivor.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, let's get into the show here. We have Bruce Bochy out, Skip Schumacher in already. World Series hasn't even ended, and we have a new manager in Texas. What are we thinking here?
I mean, I didn't expect Bochy to be out. I thought Bochy would be there another year or two, probably retire from Texas. So I think him leaving and it being the way he did was a little strange. But at the same time, I certainly understand their desire to move on after really a dud of a season. I like Schumacher. Schumacher's a good choice. He was great in Miami until that team decided to just completely, flip over and do nothing. I think a lot of his turnover with the Marlins was more about the fact that he didn't necessarily want to go backwards and they were ready to reset. So he left. I think he's a great manager. He was a scrappy ball player. A lot of players respect him, and I think he'll be a great addition to the Rangers club. The one thing we've said is that Rangers team needs somebody to come in there and kind of wake him up. And I think Schumacher's style will be good.
Yeah, I mean, this sounded like it was kind of already in the making. If it was a mutual, parting between Bochy and the Rangers, this sounded like this was in the works for a while. So it makes sense. I'm with you.
Yeah, you don't move this quickly if you didn't already have the plan in mind.
Yeah, right.
And that was Bruce is gone, Schumacher's in over the span of like a week. You were clearly already thinking about it.
Yeah, 1,000%. And I think it could be a good fit. You know, we were talking about Rocco Baldelli being available, thinking he could have fit there possibly. But I like your idea of possibly being in Atlanta.
Yeah, I think that'd be fantastic for Rocco. I think that would be great for the Braves. A player, a former player that gets what goes on in the clubhouse, that can speak their language, is closer to them in age. That that clubhouse had problems, and
Yes.
I like the fact. I think Rocco could bring some order back.
Yeah, absolutely. All right. So we are live watching the Tigers and Mariners here. So we will be kind of in and out depending on what happens in the game. Just to let you all know.
Yeah,
Um,
pardon the random outbursts.
right. So, all right. So we are going to get into the divisional round here. And you guys are more than welcome to join the discussion here in the chat. So here we go. Cubs and Brewers. We're going to start there. Game one. They have the off day today. It's all at AL. And Polanco just took Scooble deep. It's 1-0 Seattle, bottom of the fourth.
I look away, and boom.
um, so, anyways, the Cubs are just completely overmatched here. I mean, the Brewers put up, what was it, 9 runs in the first 2 innings? I mean, it was just a hit parade for
Yeah.
those first 2 innings off Matthew Boyd. Did we expect this kind of just punch in the mouth from the Brewers straight to the Cubs' face?
Well, I mean, I think the Brewers wanted to come out fast, coming off the break, and honestly, the Cubs looked like the team coming off a break. Six of those runs in the first inning. Of those 6 runs, 4 of them were unearned. It
Yeah,
was sloppy play. I mean, when you give up 4 unearned runs in the first inning, it's a really really tough hill to climb. You lose 9-3. It should have been a 5-3 game. Now at least you're talking about having a shot to get back into it. But once once the wheels started to get wobbly, the Cubs just couldn't correct it, and it just carried on. But Brewers came out fast. They wanted to come out fast. They wanted to get something started. Um, Murphy said that was kind of their plan, was to come out hot. They did. The Cubs did not. They fell apart in the first inning, never recovered, and at least they've got today to try to figure out how to how to get off to a better start. Because if they do that again, this series could be over quick.
what makes the Brewers really scary for me is they scored all those runs with not a single long ball. Like that's when you know a team is rolling, right? When they're just base hitting you to death, they're gapping you, and you can't do anything to stop it. They're hitting everything, they're finding holes, they're finding gaps, and they're just running on you. And as a defense, like that is so demoralizing. You're out there in the outfield and you're just gassed because all you're doing is chasing down BP balls, is what it what it feels like, right?
Yeah.
It's demoralizing. Um,
Yeah, it's and the Cubs. I mean, and Boyd wasn't terrible. Boyd's stuff was pretty good. Location and command were all right. He made 1 or 2 mistakes, but that error just wound up on him, and then it just spiraled out of control from there. But to that point, Nick, the Brewers just kept coming. It was just hit after hit after hit. A lot of them were not even like crushed. I think Caleb Durbin had a couple of hits. Neither one of them was hit all that hard. Just found the holes.
Literally hit
Um,
him off the tape, off the
yeah,
tape of
I
his
mean,
handle on a couple of them.
Yeah, I mean, it works. They just put the ball in play, and we've said that forever on the show. These teams that just put the ball in play, things happen. Balls drop in, it finds a hole, and that's what the Brewers do. They just keep putting it in play and taking their chances.
We have talked about that like nonstop, really, for the last year about how offense has taken over the game. That it seems like defensive teams are kind of like gone by the wayside. Like we don't see great defensive teams anymore because everything is so offensively focused. And now the team, like the Brewers, we see it with the Blue Jays, they have a whole bunch of guys that are just making contact, putting the ball in play and putting pressure on the defense. And now these guys that haven't fielded a ball, I mean, quote unquote, fielded a ball all year, now have to do it in a pressure cooker in the playoffs. I mean, all hell is breaking loose. I mean, we saw it in the Guardian season, just a routine bunt back to the pitcher. He nonchalantly throws it to first. Carpenter or Meadows is safe, and the inning goes on. Tigers win. and that's what the Brewers are going to do. So we'll get to it later because I want to know your opinion on like how that will play going forward if they get out of this round against a couple juggernauts over here.
Yeah.
So we got Phillies, Dodgers, game one. Teoscar Hernandez, Kike Hernandez. If your last name is Hernandez and you're a Dodger and in the playoffs, you are something else. I mean, between those two, I would like, I think you said it in a text or when I called you, it's like whatever you paid those two guys is worth it as soon as the postseason hits.
Yep.
It's absolutely insane. So Teo hits the go ahead 3-run homer to make it 5-3. And I believe that's how the score ended. Are the Phillies in trouble?
I mean, I think the Phillies are definitely in trouble if they don't come back in game 2 and even this series up, and they got to go back to LA down 2-0. It's going to be hard to take 2 in LA and come back. Game 1 was theirs to win. They got out to a nice quick 3-run lead, and then did nothing. They just sat on it.
Mm-hmm.
And as we've said, you can't do that really with any of these teams in the playoffs. You can't think you can sit on a 2 or 3-run lead and expect these teams not to keep coming for it. And the Dodgers did. They just kept, they'd get a little bit closer each inning, then finally you get the big blow, and it's like, okay, here we go. This is what you've been sitting on waiting for. And they chipped away, big hit, and that was it. And the Phillies did nothing outside of that 3 spot they put up on Shohei.
Which is absolutely like Sanchez had a great outing, like looked great, and just like you said, Phillies just didn't give him any more support, and it's terrible.
Yeah, they could not get anything going.
No. I do want to take a look at Mr. Kike Hernandez postseason stats here because this is, I mean, pretty ridiculous. So for his career, we are a 236 hitter. Okay, think about that. We're a 236 hitter in the regular season. When we get to the postseason, he has been there for 10 years. We are up to 285. We're at 15 homers, 38 RBIs, 69 hits, 40 runs. I mean, what? He's night and day. It's crazy to me. What is it about October with Kike Hernandez?
I don't know what is with October in this guy. I'm not sure if he just isn't phased by the pressure, if he just isn't, if he likes it when it's cold, if he just there's something about the situations that just fit him. And we've seen it with many guys. There are some guys that are just better players in October. There's some guys that are just terrible players in October.
We'll get to that. Good foreshadowing.
Yeah, and there's not necessarily like a great explanation for it. They just don't perform, whether it's pressure or whether they're approached differently, or I don't know. But Kike, for whatever reason, October has always fit him well. He's a monster in October, and because of that, he's probably still in baseball because of that. Because that in October, if you're there, he is a massive asset to your team.
Now, do you think it is? So you said they're pitched too differently, and that lineup is stacked. You have Shohei, you have Mookie, you have Freddie, you have Teoscar, right? Like you're going to try to pitch to Kike Hernandez. So if Kike Hernandez kind of flips that on its head and be like, hey, I know they're coming straight after me, I got to be ready, right? Is that, does that help his success? I mean, granted, he still has to go out and do it, but he knows he's going to get pitches to hit because he's got 4 future Hall of Famers in front of him.
Yeah, I think if you're Kike Hernandez, you're going out there knowing they're going to pitch to you because they don't want to pitch to the guys in front of you, and you're going to be hitting with guys on base. So right out of the gate, they're going to put guys on in front of me. I'm going to get a chance to hit with the guys on base. They're going to have to pitch to me, so I need to be ready. And I think when you're in that mindset of I know they're going to pitch to me, I know I'm going to get something to hit. I think mentally you go to the plate differently. Yeah. I mean, you can see it in some of these players when they go up in situations where they don't think they're going to get a pitch to hit, and you can see that their approach changes. Right. They're not as sharp in their timing because they're like, well, it's not going to matter. They're not going to pitch to me anyways. I mean, we used to see David Ortiz stand there and barely hold the bat up, just
Right.
knowing they weren't going to throw him a strike, and he just kind of flip it off to the side and go down the baseline. That's a tough spot to be in. But when you know you're going to get pitches hit, when you know there's going to be guys on base, when you know you can go make a difference, I mean that's got to feel so good in BP. Getting everything sharpened up for that game.
Yeah. So Phillies, I think, obviously must win tomorrow if they want to stay in this series. I think if any of these teams that lost game one want to get back into the series, they have to win tonight or tomorrow, right? I mean, if the Mariners want to stay, they got to win tonight. They got to beat Tarek Skubal. That's a tall task. Phillies have to find a way to win tomorrow night, or they're done going back to LA.
Yeah, I mean, I think that if you're the home team and you lose both games at home, and now you got to go on the road to try to fight for your life, it pretty much never works out.
No.
And in this 2-2-1 format where it's 2 games at home, 2 on the road, 1 at home for the top seed, you get 2 quick home games, then you got 2 on the road before you get back for that game 5. That can get away from you fast.
Yeah. Michael, it's looking
Sure.
that way. I mean, I still think it's kind of wide open right now.
Yeah.
But the Dodgers in October, man, you can't count them out ever. As much as they stumbled the back half of the season, like fighting injuries and stumbling into September. I mean, I say stumbling; they still led the division. Let's be honest there, but
but they did not have a good, second
right,
half of the year.
right. And they're still the freaking Dodgers as soon as that calendar hits October. Completely get it. But I don't know. We'll see. Tomorrow will tell us a lot about that series. I think it still could be an absolute slugfest because the Phillies can hit too.
Yep.
So we'll just see which team shows up for the Philadelphia Phillies tomorrow.
Yeah, just to catch up with some comments in the chat, capping October 4th is Hernandez Day in LA. It certainly felt like it. That's for sure.
Yeah.
And Thomas, this is interesting in a stat that I did not realize until somebody said it last show and I checked it, but the Dodgers actually did lead the league in comeback wins. They were super effective after the 7th inning, and that's been their calling card all year is, they may not get off to a great start, but they do finish well.
I mean, you're not going to get through those 4 hitters 4 times in a ball game without getting hurt once. You're just not. I'm sorry. You can't.
That's like what is it Russian roulette when you put one in the revolver and spin it and you just fire until it comes out. Eventually it comes out.
Right.
There's only so many empties.
Yep.
But you're not going to go unharmed, round after round after round with them. And then Nathan, interesting point. Ohtani was pitching. He struck out 4 times. I mean, we've said this on the show many times. When Shohei is a full-time pitcher and a full-time DH, offensively, he's not generally as effective. Now, this is a different year because he only threw 49 innings, so you didn't really see a full pitching load. But when he's doing both, it is hard to be getting in your arm work and your pitching kind of requirements, as well as getting in the BP that you need and studying film and getting prepped. And there's some give and take there. So I'll be curious to see as the playoffs go on, do we notice Shohei when he's pitching doesn't produce like he normally would?
But he's still always got that threat. It doesn't
Oh, yeah.
matter to me. As soon as that guy comes up to the
Anytime.
plate, I go, here we go. Like something big's gonna happen because he's one of those guys that shows up in that moment every single time as well. So
Yep. Yeah. And Tommy, one of our big Philly fans, worried the Phillies didn't hit well outside of the 2nd inning. I mean, that's what Nick and I were talking about too as that game was going on afterwards. It's like, what happened to them? They had that great inning against Shohei. They were all over him. It didn't matter what he threw, they were on it. And then they just went completely silent after that. And I don't get it.
no, but that's also the greatness of Ohtani as well, right? Like, I mean, give the guy his props. Maybe he went and made a mid-game adjustment and saw something that the Phillies were jumping on, and he just completely changed his approach, and the Phillies just couldn't adjust.
Yep.
But if there is a team that can battle blow for blow with the Dodgers in the playoffs right now, I think it is the Phillies. And kind of with the Dodgers fans here, like if the Phillies don't knock these guys out now, I think we could see our first repeat in, what is it, 26 years, 25 years? I mean, I think that's what we're looking at.
Yeah, I mean the Phillies and Dodgers play a very similar style of baseball and can absolutely stand there in a heavyweight battle and just trade blows. And I thought we were gonna. I mean, we did see a little bit of that in Game 1, although it was not a super high scoring game. But I think you could easily see some 10-8 games, some
Oh yeah.
9-7 games. I mean, these could get wild.
Yeah.
And I'm guessing by the name of West Philly that probably from that area, but Phillies will win in 5 games. I'm still taking the Phillies. I still feel like they're the better team of the two, but they need to play like it. They gave up a huge opportunity in Game 1.
I think the interesting part for me is to see how both teams manage bullpens tomorrow and Tuesday, because the Dodgers bullpen is not great. They're hurting. And the only way they can get to them is if their starters go 6 or 7, you hand it off to Trine and you hand it off to Sasaki. Or, I mean, Alex Vesia is in there too. But otherwise than that, you got big question marks in that bullpen. So you have,
I mean, the Dodgers bullpen was great yesterday. They used Glasnow and Roki Sasaki.
right.
They used everybody that wasn't a reliever.
Yeah, well, facts. So it'll be interesting to see what happens back-to-back days, if the Phillies can even get to the bullpen. So we'll see.
Yeah.
Was saying all season it would be a repeat of last World Series, but from what Toronto did today and yesterday, that's likely going to change. Yeah, well, we're going to get to Toronto here in a second because that was crazy. Yeah. Man, you think the Phillies pitching is weak?
That's one of the best overall pitching staffs in all of baseball. I mean,
Okay.
I would take that pitching staff over almost anybody else's.
Yeah, there's only a couple other teams I'd probably take ahead, but we'll see. Whatever. So you're still picking the Phillies here?
I mean, I'm going to ride with the Phillies. I mean, I still think the better team. I mean, LA is dangerous. We've said it all along. They could easily come in and blow anybody out. But if the Phillies don't answer in Game 2, I think it's over.
No.
The Dodgers will go back to LA and finish business. If the Phillies win Game 2 and wake up a little bit from the delay, then I think we've got ourselves what should be a fun 3-game series to end this.
Yeah, I think I picked the Dodgers coming out of this round because, again, the Phillies' track record isn't great. They get to about this spot in the playoffs or the NLCS and then just can't get over the hump. So I am going to take the Dodgers and all their postseason experience over the Phillies here, unfortunately. But that's where I'm going with that.
Yeah, Red October has not been very friendly to the Phillies the last several years, but this, as we keep saying, this is their year. There is no real juggernaut in their path.
No, this is it.
Yeah, if you can clear this hurdle, I mean, you could argue the Brewers could be a juggernaut, but I mean, the Phillies have the pitching that I think could neutralize a lot of what they do.
Yep, agree. All right, let's get over to Seattle and the Tigers here. Brian Wu left off the division roster due to the inflamed pectoral muscle that he had towards, I think it missed his last start of the season. So he's left off the division roster. How much of an impact has this already put on this M's team? I mean, they're up 1-0 against Scoobel in Game 2 here. But this is a massive arm to not have in your rotation in this series.
Yeah, I mean, so I picked the Mariners to take this series over the Tigers for, really 2 reasons. One was the starting pitching is elite, and it still is. Losing Brian Wu hurts a lot. He's been your most consistent guy all year. And 2, because of that lineup. And that lineup outside of Julio and Cal did nothing last night.
No.
And you've got Josh Naylor, who's literally a phone call away from disappearing for a few days, because his wife's due date, I believe, was technically yesterday. And he literally, they are just waiting for the phone call. She goes into labor and he's gone. And that's not like I'm back tomorrow. He's gone for a couple of days. So this Mariners team is in trouble. Um, they absolutely have to win tonight, and then they need to be prepared for life without Naylor for the rest of the series because his wife's
Right.
gonna have a baby and he's probably not back until it's over. So this team tonight's a must win, even without all that, tonight's a must win.
Right.
But the pressure to win this game, knowing you're going to be down yet another key guy going forward in the series, there's definitely some pressure on this team to perform. And they're up 1-0 on Scooble. One won't get it done. They're still not clicking. The offense is still flat, and they need to get something going. And it's got to be somebody other than Julio and Cal.
Yep. John Temple, we're fine. It's fine. Everything's fine.
I mean, this right now is the meme of the dog sitting in like the bar that's burning down, saying it's fine. Like that's where the M's are. Can they survive it? Absolutely.
Yeah.
But what looked like a team that was going to be fully healthy and able to kind of cruise through this round is now depleted and potentially at risk of really disappointing their fan base with a quick exit.
Yeah. I mean, next man up since the All-Star break. Yeah, I get it. I mean, I've been watching the M's quite a bit, and they have been that type of team. So maybe it is. But they got to get past this game tonight for sure.
But the one pitcher you could always count on was Brian Wu, and he's not there. And the one guy in the offense you can count on for the last 2 months, besides Cal, was Naylor.
Yep.
Those are not pieces. Those are cornerstones. Those are critical components. Those aren't just those aren't just names on the roster.
I wonder if at the deadline now they're going to ask dudes before they're traded, like, hey, is your wife due in October?
Well, of course, all the jokes where he was in Arizona and they knew they weren't going to go to the playoffs, so he thought it was safe to have a due date right after the season ended, and then he got traded to a contender. But I mean, either way, I mean, it's again like we forget sometimes these are people, they've got lives. His wife's having a baby. Congrats to him, but boy, is that challenging timing for Mariners fans.
Pretty tough.
Don't eat any spicy food and don't go for any walks.
Yeah, right. Just hang on.
Sit there with your legs crossed. Don't move.
Yep. All right. So game one was, I mean, it was a great game. Really was.
Yeah.
It was well played. Game one goes 11 innings. McKinstry gets an RBI single to lift the Tigers over the M's 3-2. Kerry Carpenter had the game tying home run. And I saw the stat against Kirby. He was like 5 for 12, and all of them were homers.
Yep.
I mean, goodness gracious. And that ball Carpenter hit was not a cheapie. That thing was crushed.
No, it was also like neck high. Like he went up and swatted it.
Yeah.
I mean, it wasn't even like it was a good pitch. That was a waste pitch to try to change his eye angle, and he just swatted it into the seats like it was no big deal.
Yeah. This umpire better start calling it both ways. Listen, the umpiring, I think overall has been atrocious in the playoffs. The balls and strikes has not been great. Would you agree with that? I'm saying on all the games.
Yeah, I mean, was it last night in the Mariners Tigers game? They missed like 23 calls. I mean, it's been tough. I would say the umpiring has not been good. It has not been consistent, and these are supposed to be the best of the best, and it has not been great. So I think this is MLB needs to find a way to get people to stop talking about the umpires so that these playoffs aren't overtaken by that. But it's bad.
Yeah. My kids were born 2 weeks before my wife's birthday and 2 weeks after. You don't get to plan this. You do for whatever you did 9 months before that, buddy. Just saying. Just saying.
Unless you weren't a part of that process, and maybe in which case they're not yours. I don't know.
Yeah. I don't know. Yeah, so I think we kind of touched on everything, in this series, what the Mariners need to do if they want to stay in this series. This is a tough task. They did scrape one against Scooble. The pitching staff has to keep them off the board because you're not going to get much more than that off Scooble, usually.
No, and the Mariners have a good track record against Scooble. They seem to hit good pitching well. So, one of the few teams that handles him pretty well. But again, a couple runs off Scooble is handling him well.
Right.
And that's, you're already going into your own bullpen. It's, you can't just sit on this lead. You need to attack and be aggressive.
Yeah. Mariners have a good bullpen though,
They
so
do.
hopefully they can pull it together here.
I mean, Munoz was nails for them for 2 innings last night,
Yeah,
and made himself a circus catch while he was at it.
yeah, that was incredible. That was
Yeah,
awesome.
I mean they can. The one thing the Mariners can do is pitch. I have no worries about their pitching. They just have to get the offense going.
Agree.
Yeah, Mike, I'm just showing that ABS is needed. I mean,
Yeah,
yes,
and
yes, that is true.
these games are going to extend by an hour because we are just going to be like, dude, that was a ball too. That was a ball. That was a ball. Like, I mean, there's some at bats you're going to get 3 that are just going to be like, that's how bad they've been. That batters could challenge almost 3 pitches every at bat here.
Yeah, there was a bat last night. I want to say it might have been Naylor's at bat last night, where I swear, like you could have challenged every pitch in the at bat because everyone was wrong. Ball, strike, didn't matter. They were all wrong.
Yeah. I still think they do, Nathan. I think Seattle does. Brian Wu being out is a huge loss for them. So now it knocks them down a peg, I think.
I mean,
But
the
complete
Mariners have
staff.
the Mariners have given up 3 runs in 16 innings so far to
Yeah.
the Tigers. I mean, Seattle can pitch. They if they're not the best pitching staff in baseball, they're like 1B.
Yeah.
Because they're top to bottom. It's the starting pitching and the bullpen. They are solid all the way through.
Agree. All right, let's get over to this series. Game 1, Blue Jays trounced the Yankees. Yankees bullpen is in trouble.
Can I just say, Nick, this is like Christmas came early.
For sure.
I'm just gonna put it out there. Christmas came
Absolutely.
early.
However, if our Red Sox got here, I think it would be the same results because this Blue Jays team is stroking it.
I mean, yes. Although I will say we'll get into it here in a second. But the Yankees pitching, Fried was not sharp. Heel was horrendous. I mean, it was. There's nothing good, and Weaver still has an ERA of infinity because he's yet to record an out in the playoffs. But the Yankees couldn't have gotten a single A team out the last 2 days.
No, crazy. So Blue Jays won game 1. Was it 10-3, something like that?
10-1.
10-1, that's what it was. So game 2 today, Yasevich, a rookie, deals 5 1/3 no-hit innings, shuts down the Yankees completely. I mean, these guys just no shot against this kid. Straight over the top. The splitter was disgusting. Throws triple digits like everybody else does today.
What else is new?
And the Blue Jays offense is ridiculous. And this is even without Bo Bichette this round. Because remember, we expected him back, but he was left off the roster. And looks like the Blue Jays don't really need him right now.
No, when you sent me that message of, hey, did you see that Bo Bichette's not on the roster? My reaction was, no, I did not. And oh my God, like without him, how's this lineup going to operate? And I sat there, I'm like, man, I should really change my pick because I don't think the Blue Jays lineup can get it done without him. But then, you think about it, and Alejandro Kirk's been red hot, and Vladdy does what Vladdy does, and I'm like, you know what, I'm going to ride with it. I think they still got a chance. It might be tight. It's been an absolute slaughter.
Yeah.
I mean, they've outscored the Yankees 23-8, and 6 of those 8 runs were garbage runs when they were just bringing in guys to get work today.
Yeah, it was literally like, please just throw the ball down the middle and don't walk anybody.
Literally, like you're watching the catcher set up, and he's just like sitting over the middle of the plate. It was like basically just throw strikes, guys. Like we're just here to get work in. This is not important. But what a friggin' beating they put on them. And it's the Vladdy grand slam, which was the dagger that just sucked the life right out of that dugout. That thing was a laser beam. Absolute laser beam.
That thing was a tank. I mean, to get it started, you have Ernie Clement hitting a 2-run shot off Fried. And to me, that was the backbreaker early.
Yeah.
They just got shellacked game 1. And then you have Ernie freaking Clement coming up and taking Max Fried deep, your best pitcher, right? And the Yankees are just, you could see the Yankees balloon just deflate.
Oh, you
Like,
looked in that dugout, and it was 25 guys on the top step, kind of resting their heads on the railing, just wondering like what the hell happened.
yeah, yeah. So I mean, do the Yankees have any shot coming back, going back to New York?
I mean, you're going back to New York. You've got Rodon, who, I mean, you at this point you don't have any answers to the Blue Jays offense. So you need to hope like the exchange rate coming over the border of runs scored is in your favor, and they can't score as many in the United States. But I just don't think the Yankees have any answers. I think the Yankees can. I think the Yankees could win a game here and at least make it interesting. But I think this series is about over. There's no life in that Yankees dugout. Max Fried was your hope to get this thing back on track. He got destroyed. You've got Schlittler, who's become like your secret weapon. He might be a guy that can carry you, but I don't think a guy that throws 100 is going to do anything against this Blue Jays team. They're not bothered by it.
No, absolutely not.
And the way they're hitting, I don't think it matters what you throw.
Nope. We will get to that point in a minute, Mike Reed, for sure. Fried's postseason numbers are not good. John's calling for a sweep.
I mean, I'd love to see a sweep. That would just and
Yeah.
win it in New York and celebrate on their field. That would drive Yankees fans crazy. But I mean, this Blue Jays, we've said it all along. This Blue Jays team is for real. When they're clicking, there's nobody more dangerous. And right now they're clicking. Alejandro Kirk with 2 home runs. You got Vladdy hitting bombs. You got Dalton Varsho with 4 hits today. And I do think it's worth bringing up. You hit that ball down in the corner that Judge misplayed. And then watching Judge try to make a throw to the infield right now is painful.
Yeah.
The elbow is toast, and he is just like lobbing it. And Varsho knew that and basically coasted into third. But Judge has got no arm. They should every ball to right field. They should run on him right now because he can't throw. He just can't. He can't get anything on it.
No.
And even the lollipops he's throwing in are he's like wincing as he does it. It's just not good.
Yeah. I hate to kind of kick the guy when he's down, but here we go. Is Aaron Judge's legacy on the line? Now, listen, I understand his average. He can't get the big hit when the Yankees need it. Is he fine, or does this tarnish everything he does in the regular season? Is he Clayton Kershaw 2.0? This postseason, we're 1-12 with runners on base in the postseason, and his first hit was today. He got a bloop single off the handle into center that scored a run. So does this tarnish his legacy at all, not being able to perform in the postseason?
I'm going to play a little bit of devil's advocate first on that one because I think it does. But I also want to say that he's also been on some Yankees playoff teams that have not been great. So like look at last offseason, he had Soto in front of him, and you thought, great, yeah, you're going to see him hit. He didn't do jack in the playoffs. It was all Stanton. Stanton carried.
Yep.
Stanton was the entire offense for most of that playoff, that World Series run. What made Derek Jeter so great was the fact he was a winner. What made Bernie Williams so great was that he was a winner. What made Posada so great was that he was a winner. These guys came up with big hits and big moments in big games. That's just what they did. And Judge doesn't do that. And I think Judge will be one of those guys that's remembered as a tremendous talent, but he's not going to be a Yankees legend because he's not going to have the rings. He's not going to have the success. He's not going to have the postseason stats that Yankees fans expect. So I think when all is said and done, Aaron Judge will be that guy who had incredible regular season stats but couldn't get it done when it mattered. And that will follow him forever. Now, he could go on an absolute heater right now and change that narrative. But right now, when you look at what he's done in the playoffs, he's a guy that doesn't do well in big games, just like Kershaw, and unlike the Yankees legends who came before him.
Yeah, I mean, like, listen, I'm going to throw the postseason stats out there for you. I put out a stat yesterday, and I said, I put Aaron Judge in regular season, and it's him hitting a ball over the fence. And then postseason, I put a picture of a ghost. And people were starting to get on me a little bit. It's like, well, he's getting hits. It's like, yeah, he's getting on base. Cool. but he's striking out with the bases loaded. He's striking out with guys with runners in scoring position. He's popping out to the infield. He can't bring those runners in. So his career postseason batting average is what? I'll throw it out to the chat. What does people think his postseason batting average is? Remember, Aaron Judge is a 300 hitter. What is his postseason batting average? I'll throw it out there. Meanwhile, we have 62 games. We do have 16 homers. We have 35 RBIs. So I guess middle of the road numbers there. Maybe.
Yeah, John guesses 230.
Okay, 230, 174. Let's split the difference there. He is 217 in the playoffs. So you have a guy.
Flat cheese 189, under 200,
Yeah.
202, 150.
You have a guy that is a 294 career hitter hitting 217 in the playoffs.
Yeah, big drop off.
A huge drop off. Like that is a lot of points in your batting average to drop off. And it's big moments that he drops off. Like, yeah, he gets 2 or 3 hits a game. Let's see. In the ALDS last year, he had 2 hits. In the ALCS, he had 3 hits. In the World Series, he had 4. Right? So, I mean, 9 hits in 3 series isn't necessarily Aaron Judge like. I don't know the reason for it because the dude is a beast. And I know the last few weeks, this seems like this is the let's all crap on Aaron Judge show. And that's not what I'm trying to do here. I'm just trying to understand it. Like, how can a guy that can be so utterly dominant in the regular season not perform in the postseason? Now, I also understand he is going to be approached a lot differently in the playoffs than you are in the regular season. He has no excuse for yesterday. There's nowhere to put him. There's nowhere to put Aaron Judge. You have to pitch to him, and he's flailing like a fish out of water.
Oh, that was such a bad swing and miss. That ball was nowhere near the strike zone.
It wasn't a great at bat. He swung at 2 balls out of the zone.
Yeah.
So I don't know. It's hard to see a guy that is this dominant in the regular season struggle this much in the postseason. But I'm just wondering, as a whole, does this tarnish his legacy at this moment as a guy that can't perform under the spotlight?
And I think it does. It's a conversation topic every year. And like Captain's saying, he's learned to take the walks. I do think last night he jumped at that pitch and struck out with the bases loaded. I think because he's pressing, he's trying to do too much. He does not. I will say the one thing with the Judge is that in the regular season he seems so smooth and everything is so controlled. In the playoffs, he seems a little bit more frantic. Everything's quick, everything's snappy, and it's almost like he is pressing. It's like he feels that pressure to perform. He hears the fans. He hears maybe he doesn't read the newspaper, but he knows what they say. He knows the narrative about him is out there. So I think it's tough. And I think, flat cheese, that's higher than I expected. And I think what we see and what the numbers say are often not the same thing. I think you can look at it from different perspectives, but we all see a guy who doesn't perform and the stats actually say, well, it's not maybe as bad, but it's still not good. No. And like Thomas says, they're paying him the big bucks to win a championship. He is the captain. He is the franchise. He is the face of that franchise. And that franchise has always stated they've got one goal to win. That's it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, and the box scores pump him up, right? Because it's like, oh, well, Aaron Judge was 2 for 5 today. He was 1 for 4, right? But those 2 hits are to lead off an inning, and it's a single up the middle. Like it doesn't tell the story because he comes up and he leaves. We won't tell you the 3 other at bats. He left 8 guys on base.
Right.
Like the box score doesn't tell you that.
It doesn't.
So it's right. It's called pressure. Right. And some guys can handle it, Kike Hernandez, and some guys can't, Aaron Judge. And that's where we're at right now.
Yep. Yeah. And like John agrees that he can change the narrative, but you're right that it is that as of right now, as I mentioned before the playoffs started, Aaron Judge likes to hibernate in October, and he does. and he's doing it again. And like we keep saying, this could be that year. This could be that year, but that year doesn't come. Like we just haven't yet had that year.
Mm.
And how many more trips to the playoffs is it going to take before he comes through?
Yeah. Nathan, this isn't a bad point. Maybe he does. I mean, there are sports psychologists out there. There are sports therapists that deal with some of the
Yeah.
stuff, that the guys with the yips, right? That's their go-to. They deal with a lot of that mental break, mental hurdles. Maybe he should try. Or, I mean, I don't know what the guy's tried. Maybe he has tried it. I have no idea.
Yeah.
But this is also a great point, Mike. Or flat
All right,
shoes.
hang
We
on.
need to tell him.
Sorry.
Oh, pressure getting to him to realize Yankees legacies are made in the playoffs. And that is, Mariners just went deep again. Jorge Polanco again, 2-0, second solo shot off Skubal.
Thank goodness, because behind him, there's nothing happening.
Yeah.
Suarez is 0 for the series. Naylor's 0 for the series. Garver's 0 for today. Robles is 0 for. It's a lot of black holes behind him right now.
Yep. But yeah, you're right, Mike. Yankees legacies are made in the playoffs. 1,000%.
Yeah, as I was saying, every Yankee legend before him had that winner's mentality, that killer instinct when it mattered. Judge doesn't. He shrinks in the big moment. Derek Jeter was a 308 career postseason hitter.
It's crazy.
I mean, he was the same guy in October as he was in April and July and August. It didn't matter.
Yep.
He was the same guy. And we even said it going to the playoffs. Like these guys, these teams, these players, they are who they are. Like what October shouldn't matter, but for some of them, apparently it does. You got Kike Hernandez and Teoscar Hernandez who reach like a whole new like level of performance, and then you've got Judge who disappears.
Yeah.
And I get it. Like teams are not going to pitch to him they're not going to pitch to him much. They're going to make him expand the strike zone. They know his holes. He's facing the best of the best. Like all those arguments are true, but they're true for everybody else too. And yet other guys are coming through.
Yeah. I don't have the answer for it. I don't know. It's just, it's something that I think more fans are starting to talk about. And Yankees fans are as well. Like Yankees fans are starting to recognize that, hey, this guy doesn't have it in the big moments when we need him.
Yep.
Which it's too bad because he's, like I said, absolute beast in the regular season. But yeah, didn't Bonds shrink in the playoffs too? I think he still walked like 25 times in that World Series. If I'm not.
Bonds hit 245 with 9 home runs, 24 RBIs, and 33 runs scored in 48 games. He was better with the Giants, where he hit 289 with 8 home runs and 21 RBIs in 28 games. So Bonds was good in the playoffs, but he wasn't great.
Yeah, fair. Yeah. So anything else on Aaron Judge before we kind of move on there? Is there anything?
No, I think this is absolutely Judge's legacy on the line right now. And this Yankees team is down 2-0, and he needs to fix it. He needs to carry this team back into contention for the series. And I don't think he can. I don't think, as a baseball fan, and I don't think Yankee fans look at this as, okay, Aaron Judge will save us. Like he'll make it okay.
Yeah.
In the 90s, when the Yankees went on their run, everybody said, well, Derek will get us there. Like, no problem. Down 2-0, whatever. Derek's got it. Like, there was no fear. But I think Yankees fans right now are panicking because they realize they don't have that guy that's going to calm everybody down and get things right.
Yeah, I'm with you. All right. Rookie pitchers have been dominating down the stretch and in the postseason. So we just saw it again today with Yosevich. We saw it with Schlittler in Game 3 against the Sox, and even Connolly early in Game 3 was dealing against the Yankees, and him coming down the stretch. So we got three rookie pitchers that have made a combined 10 starts.
Not many.
They're making huge impacts on their teams. Not early anymore because he's at home, but we just saw Schlittler's performance. We just saw Yosevich. I don't know if I'm saying his name right, but it sounds right.
I want to call him You Savage because that's what he is. He's a savage.
Crazy.
But
How and why are these guys making such an impact right away?
yeah, and I think it's a combination of things. I think in today's world, you have scouting reports, you have video, you can go into a pitching machine down underneath and actually mimic their deliveries and the pitch movement and all that. Like you can do all that. But until you actually see a guy live and in person, none of that does you justice. You know the pitch he throws, you know roughly how they break, you know his velocity, you know what to look for and how situations happen, blah blah blah. But until you actually see a guy live, like you don't really know. You don't have that game experience of how's he going to react in certain situations to what we do and blah blah blah. And as great as the scouting information is, until you actually see these guys perform in front of you, I don't think you have the full story. And I think that's what you're seeing is, yeah, we've seen Schlittler pitch a handful of times, and you know what he throws and blah, blah and you know all that stuff, but until you've seen him and actually seen it coming in and had to pick up his point of release and all this stuff, like you don't have the whole story.
Yeah.
And that's I think what it is. It's as much information as they have, they still don't have that experience.
Yeah, I'm with you. It's like, I mean, some of these guys release the ball at, it seems like 50 feet by the time they're done delivering it. And if you haven't seen that before, they're going to blow you away. And Schlittler hit what, 104, 105 in game 3 against the Sox? I mean, he was just absolutely gassing them up. But the Red Sox hadn't seen him. So it's crazy. But I mean, Savage today with 5 1/3 hitless innings, and he's straight over the top. I mean, he is, not off to the side here. He is coming from straight over the top, and that splitter was falling off the table. No answers for that whatsoever. And you're not going to have an answer for it when he backs it up with 102. I'm
No, I mean,
sorry.
I watched him absolutely blow. I forget who it was away at 96 after a splitter. Wasn't even his best fastball, but it was Volpe. I think he just threw it right by him, and
Yeah.
it was just walking back to the dugout, shaking his head like, "What the hell just happened?"
Yeah.
The best swing of the day to me was I think it was Bellinger's second K, and he kind of like pursed his lips together and just shook his head like, "Yep, yep, I got nothing for that."
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
it was,
Yeah.
it was that's a veteran going, "Yeah, like you got me, and I don't have an answer for it."
Yeah, but it is crazy that I wonder if we start seeing postseason teams do this, like bring up their top rated rookies towards the end of the year, get them a starter two at the end of the regular season when they expand the rosters, and then we roll them out there in the postseason because teams don't have tape on these guys. Major league hitters haven't seen these guys, right?
Yeah, I mean, I think for the right pitcher, sure, that would make a lot of sense. Yeah, for just anybody though, I mean, as I said with Connolly early, this is not this is not a good look for the Red Sox to be rolling a rookie out in Game 3, who's got 3 starts, and has been good, but he's not like he's not Schlittler. Schlittler was fantastic and had been fantastic leading up to this, but I think certain guys can do that. I think certain guys can't. That's asking a lot of a rookie to come out there into a big moment and try to figure it out. But at the same time, these are professionals. They've played in front of big crowds. They've had big moments. And I think a lot of these guys just shut it out. But I mean, Savage today he was absolutely unconscious
Yeah.
and just fed off that crowd. Now, if you put that game in Yankee Stadium, I don't know how different that is.
Yeah. For me, pitching plays. If you're out there and you're rolling, you have completely tuned out the crowd. But
Yeah.
being at home definitely helps. That.
Yep.
But Mike Reyes did it with Price in '08. Yeah.
Yeah, that's right.
Remember him coming up and blowing people away in '08. So,
But Price was, Price again, like none of these guys were a surprise. Savage came all the way up from single A to the major leagues this year. Schlittler came all the way through the system in basically just over a year. Early came all the way through the system in basically just over a year.
yep.
These guys are not. It's not surprising to see them because they were all expected to get there fast. But they also have elite level stuff. They can handle big moments. They can deal with adversity. And oh, by the way, they're pretty good.
Right. So I wonder if you start seeing teams do that though. Like start building those guys that they know will eventually be up there just come up with the expanded rosters and then just be like, oh, hey, guess what? You're on the ALDS roster and you're starting.
I mean, why not? If you've got a AAA season ends, you want to keep them in momentum, you want to keep them throwing, rather than send them to like Arizona or something like that to get into some fall league play. Like, why not bring them up? And for certain guys, that could be absolutely amazing. For other guys, maybe not so much. But it is impressive what we've seen from this young group of really not very seasoned pitchers, and just how good they've been.
Yeah, and we say it quite a bit on this show. The game is in great hands with the young talent that just seems to keep rolling up. That's on the mound, that's in the field, that's in the batter's box. It just keeps coming. And I can't remember a time where we have seen so many young guys at multiple positions come up and make immediate impacts like this. As long as I've been alive, like I can't remember this many coming up every single year. Just like where are we putting all these guys?
Yeah. Well, and it's the reason that there's a lot of veterans out there that don't have contracts.
Yeah.
JD Martinez, Anthony Rizzo finally just retired because he realized he wasn't going to get a call. There's just so many guys that you're like, well, maybe they'll get a shot, and the phone doesn't ring because
Right.
there's so much young talent pushing to get in that when a spot opens up, there's no guarantee you're going to get it just because you've been in the league for 10 years.
Yeah. And again, we said that too, like price wise, like it's a lot cheaper to just bring up a guy from the farm than it is to sign a major league veteran. So
Yeah,
yeah.
here's your meal money and your league minimum, and enjoy.
Yeah. All right. Before we head into trivia for tonight, are you changing any of your picks at this moment?
No, I am sticking with the Blue Jays over the Yankees. I had picked them way back at the beginning to advance the ALCS. I'm sticking with that. I thought they were going to beat either the Red Sox or the Yankees, so I'm riding with the Blue Jays. I'm going to stick with the Mariners, but I'm very concerned about the Mariners. No Brian Wu. Naylor's likely done for the rest of this series, most likely because his wife is. I mean, he's got an off day tomorrow, but he's likely flying somewhere, flying back home to Arizona. You're gonna be without Naylor. I'm not loving where they're at, but I'm still going to take them because I still think they're the better team, even depleted. I'm going to stick with the Phillies. I still think the Phillies can get it done. The Dodgers are no joke and are going to make that. That's going to be an incredibly tight series with no margin for error for either one of them, but I'm still going to stick with the Phillies. And then I'm going to stick with the Cubs. I know the Brewers beat them up pretty good in game one. That was a lot of unforced errors on the Cubs' part. I don't think you'll see that again from them. So I'm going to stick with the Cubs, but inside, I really want to see the Brewers take this series, but I'm still going to pick the Cubs.
Okay. Yeah, I'm staying with the Blue Jays. For everything you said, I'm sticking with the Mariners. I'm going to stick with my pick there. Now we'll see in about 20 minutes if I change my pick, but they're up to nothing right now. But I'm going to stick with them. I am going to stick with the Dodgers because I did take them instead of the Phillies. I think they're just way too seasoned in the playoffs here. They know what it takes to get to the next round and to get it done. I mean, they had backs against the wall against the Padres last year and still found a way to do it. So even if they get in that position with the Phillies, I still think they find a way. And I'm going with the Brewers. Game one was promising for me. I did disclaimer. My initial picks, I had the Padres going, so that was a terrible pick. So I went back and repicked, and I picked the Brewers over the Cubs. Game one looks good. I want Brewers Mariners, man. I want two teams fighting for their first World Series championship because that could be a bloodbath, and I am all for it.
Yeah.
And both fan bases would be rabid knowing that this could be their first World Series championship. All for it.
Yeah, and there's enough fans they might even sell one of those games out. But MLB hates that idea. We love that idea. We've been saying for like a month now. Our ideal World Series would be Mariners Brewers, and I would absolutely love to see that. I would love for every pick of mine to be wrong to get us that series.
Yep, 1,000% with you.
But
so
we'll see.
All right. All right. Who is that guy is back. So you can join us in the chat. So we'll give you a whole bunch of clues and we'll throw up a picture and you got to try to guess who that guy is. Hence the trivia name. Who is that guy? So Harrison, take it away.
All right, I got 10 of these for you, Nick. It's a mixed bag. I think there's some really good ones in here though that'll be challenging but also fun. So let's get started.
All right.
So, first one. Played for 10 seasons between 1982 and 1991. Played for the White Sox, Yankees, Indians, and Orioles. The 1983 AL Rookie of the Year. Best known for working in a steel mill before trying out for the Dodgers and signing in 1976. Who is that guy?
He looks like a guy that should be behind a computer.
Well, he worked in a steel mill. I mean, he graduated and started to work in a mill, and then saw a tryout, checked it out, and got signed by the Dodgers.
Imagine that. Just show up to a tryout and get signed. It's crazy.
And just hit bombs, and they're like, okay.
I think I know who this is. Maybe.
Yes, it is.
Okay.
Oh, John, you're so close. And Thomas, you guys are so close.
Ron Key. Ron.
It is Ron. It is Ron.
And it's a K.
No, Yaded Hanky. It's not that.
What did he say?
We can't put it on screen.
Gotcha. It's not that either, John Temple.
Oh no, it's definitely not that.
This is. I'll give you 5 more seconds and then I'm going to spill it. All right. This is Ron Kittle.
Ron Kittle. Ron Kittle. Yeah, he was well known for the glasses that became part of his look, and and then his story starting as a steel mill worker. So yeah, Ron Kittle averaged of 239, 176 home runs, 460 RBIs, a 306 OBP, and a 10 WAR. Jake Taylor, that's a great one, John. He does look kind of like Jake Taylor.
Yeah, he does for sure.
But yeah, Ron Kittle, a guy that hit some pretty epic bombs in Chicago, especially.
Yep, nice.
Had some power.
Right. Yep, light tower power.
All right, next one, Nick. Played for 17 seasons between 1978 and 1994. Played for the Dodgers and A's. 2-time World Series champion and the 1990 AL Cy Young winner. Best known for his unexpected 27-win Cy Young season. Who is that guy? This is a name I had forgotten. I was like, man, not one I've heard in a while.
You said Dodgers and A's?
Yeah, so just the Dodgers and the A's. 27 wins in 1990 to win the Cy Young. It's a lot of wins. His career average season was 15 wins. So I mean, a guy that was good, but blew you away with all of a sudden putting up 27. No, Ricky Vaughn, not Ricky Vaughn.
I was thinking of was it? I think they're definitely right, Captain. That sounds right. Is it Bob Welch?
It is absolutely Bob Welch.
Nice job, guys. Way to bail me out.
Nice job. That is Bob Welch. Career record of 211 and 146, 8 career saves, a 3.47 ERA, 1,969 strikeouts, and a 43.4 WAR. It kind of reminds me of Derek Lowe when you look at him.
A little bit, yeah.
Yeah, but a guy that his 27-win season in 1990 was ridiculous.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah, Mike Reed. Lots of pitchers don't even get 27 starts a year now.
Facts.
I mean, it's fair. It is true.
Yeah, that's what.
27 wins, a single season record in modern era.
It's got to be close if it's not.
I guess it's hard. Like, what do we define as modern era? I mean, like 90s and beyond, then yes, but there was Fidrich had what, a 27 win season. So did Carlton. Somebody had more than that though. Wasn't there a 30 in there?
Let's see. We'll say most pitching wins since 1960.
Yeah, let's go with that.
I'm going to put in a single season. Well, I got to get past all the 1800 guys here.
Yeah, old Haas Radborn with his 1,200 wins in a season.
Yeah. I mean,
yeah, John, you're not wrong. I mean, Welch overall, he averaged about 15 wins per season. He was a super consistent, like number 2 or 3 guy. And then had that season in 1990 where he just went off.
Yeah, I mean, Carlton 27 and 72. You had Robin Roberts had 28 and 52. So I would say 52 is probably the earliest I would.
Oh, was it Lolich that had 30? That's what. Say somebody had 30 somewhere in there, and it might be Lolich. But
I don't see Lolich on there.
Denny McLain 31. Yeah, I mean, certainly from 90s and beyond, Bob Welch has absolutely got the best.
Yeah. Denny McLain in 68 had 31. Nice job.
I used to go watch Bob Welch pitch. That's awesome. Cool. Some of these guys, like, they didn't throw hard. They located. They changed speeds. Like they pitched. Old school pitching was just so different.
Yeah. Oh, for sure.
Like you pitched a contact, tried to get weak contact. You actually worked batters. You didn't just try to throw it past them.
Yeah.
But all right, moving on. All right, Nick, next one for you. Played for 14 seasons between 1981 and 1994. Played for the Dodgers, Yankees, White Sox, and A's. 1982 NL Rookie of the Year and a 5-time All-Star. Best known for overcoming the throwing yips early in his career. Who is that guy? The guy jumping, not the guy sliding. We know the guy sliding. It says it on his jersey. Yeah, I think you guys are right. I think it's McLean. Yes. I was like, what are you typing? Oh man. That's terrible. But yes, that is correct. Oh, we got him coming in already. Thomas has got it. Cappen's got it.
Yeah, absolutely. Steve, I typed to Harrison, Steve Kenny G, and he's like, what? I was like, Sachs. Like, I got it.
Oh, man. Steve Sachs, career average of 281, 54 home runs, 550 RBIs, 335 OBP, and 22.6 WAR. A guy who he was in The Simpsons, wasn't he? I'm pretty sure he was in The Simpsons, wasn't he?
I don't know. I created the post and y'all roasted me for it, so I can't remember who's on there or not.
I'm pretty sure he was on The Simpsons. I mean, it feels like everybody at this point's been on The Simpsons. I mean,
facts.
It's hard to find guys that weren't.
Right.
Yeah. Steve Sachs, pretty solid overall. Good defender too.
That's awesome. All right.
All right, next one. Played for 15 seasons between 1984 and 1998. Played for the Cardinals, Braves, Marlins, and Reds. 1991 NL MVP, 3-time Gold Glove winner, 2-time Silver Slugger. Best known for winning MVP, comeback player, and a batting title in the same year. Who is that guy?
Layup.
Yeah, 91 NL MVP gives that one away for like 80% of fans.
Yeah, for sure.
Captain says yes. He was on the Simpsons softball team.
Yeah.
Michael, I haven't been on the Simpsons and it's my last name. I mean, fair.
All right. While they're bringing in those answers, I finally filtered out the most wins since 1960. So McLean is it with 31, and then you have Carlton, Koufax, and Welch with 27. Koufax with 26, Marichal with 26. Then you got Drysdale, Ford, Guidry, Hunter, Jenkins, Cat, Koufax again, Lolich, Marichal, Seaver, Stone with 25.
Wow.
And you got a whole bunch of 24.
It's a lot.
So,
In the meantime, we got answers rolling in.
Yes, we do. Terry Pendleton is absolutely correct.
So many people got that one. Apparently, that one was too easy.
Yeah.
So yeah, Terry.
Braves and switch hitting third baseman, man.
I know. I know that they love him. They love him so much. So yeah, Terry Pendleton, career average of 270, 140 home runs, 946 RBIs, 316 OBP, 28.4 WAR. He had a monster 1991. Just a monster season.
Yep. It was a great one. That's a good one.
Yeah. One of the all-timers. All right. This is for you, Nick. Played for 15 seasons between 1978 and 1992. Played for the Angels, Red Sox, and A's. 1981 AL batting champion, 1989 World Series champion. Best known for his epic at bat against Mel Clark in Angels in the outfield. Who is that guy? Do you remember him from Angels in the outfield?
I like the face for sure, but
he played Kit Hit or Die Kesey in that final at bat that Mel makes that little diving catch on.
Why am I blanking on his actual name now?
He was like right in the middle of that Bash Brothers.
I know. This one's gonna smoke me. Because this one's right on the tip of my tongue, and I don't got it.
And Thomas, don't worry about spelling. We know.
Yeah, it's Carney Langsford, right? Langsford.
It's absolutely Carney Lansford.
Yeah. Nice job, Thomas.
Carney Lansford, also the star of Angels in the outfield for the 2 minutes he was on screen as Kit Hit or Die Kesey.
Whatever.
Career average of 290, 151 home runs, 874 RBIs, a 343 OBP, and a 40.5 WAR. He was a big part of the Bash Brothers group there. Pretty good numbers overall. But yeah, Angels in the outfield is what I always think of him from.
He's got the forearms like McGuire and Canseco for sure right there in that picture.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I mean not a big power guy, but he hit some that went a long way.
Yeah. Dang. Good one.
All right. This will be a good one too. Played for 15 seasons between 1983 and 1997. Played for the Phillies, Expos, Dodgers, Rangers, and Angels. One-time All-Star and threw a no-hitter in 1992. Best known for being suspended when umpires caught him scuffing a ball with sandpaper. Who is that guy?
Oh, crap. I was thinking it was a lefty. I was thinking it was Terry Mulholland, but it's not.
Ah, all right.
Because with his no-hitter, what was it, 91 or 92?
Yeah, one of those two was right in the early 90s. Yeah, this guy's was a 92. Necro. No, already had him.
Yeah.
Yeah, Carney Lansford, very active hands in his batting stance. Yeah, they were. He moved a lot.
Yeah, it's not Phil Necro. It's not Phil Necro.
We loved Carney. A's fans did love Carney. Lesser known guy, but for those that watch closely back in this time frame, you'll remember him because it was a pretty big deal when he got busted for the sandpaper. It was actually attached to his glove, and he was scuffing the ball with it.
Huh. I got nothing here. Where's our trivia nuts here on this one?
Yeah, where's...
Huh. I got nothing. You said 1991, right?
No hitters in 92.
92. I'm looking it up, and I'm not going to spoil it.
All right. Trevor Bauer. It is not Trevor Bauer. Does kind of look a little like him, though. Like in just the old school version of him. All right, a few more seconds, and then I'll give the answer. Yeah, Thomas. I remember him, but drawing a blank. Clutch hitter Lansford was. Yeah, he had some big hits. Oh, Yated Hanky, you're halfway home. It is Gross. It is Kevin Gross.
Huh. All right.
Kevin Gross. Career record of 142 and 158, 5 saves, 4.11 ERA, 1,727 strikeouts, and a 24.1 WAR. You know, statistically, a pretty decent pitcher overall. Not a great record, but I had some success.
Wow. That's cool. Did not know that. Oh, that's why he did it with the Dodgers. I looked up Phillies no-hitter because he wasn't on there, and I was like, but he did it with the Dodgers.
Yeah,
Right.
unfortunately, he played for quite a few teams.
Yeah, nice one. Good one, Kevin Gross.
All right. This is a guy we both love, Nick, so keep that in mind. All right. Played for 13 seasons between 1980 and 1992. Played his entire career with the Dodgers. 2-time All-Star, 2-time World Series champion, 81 and 88. Best known for his clutch 1988 NLCS home run off Dwight Gooden. Who is that guy?
Oh, I got it.
The face is like unforgettable. Question is, can you spell it? It's a lot of typing. I mean, your spelling is horrendous, but yes.
Yeah. Well, that's why I gave you 4 chances to guess what I was thinking.
You couldn't have tried more times. I think you got more wrong as you went.
Yeah, for sure. It is Mike Scioscia for sure.
Actually, Thomas had it up here. Just didn't see it.
Oh, yep. Sorry, Thomas. Yep.
Yeah, wasn't he a manager? Yes, he was, John.
And no hyphen got it as well. Nice job. And Cap'n.
Nice. Yeah, this is Mike Scioscia, longtime Angels manager.
Although Cap'n got Scotia, so I don't know if that counts.
You after what I just saw you try to spell, I don't think you can be a judge of anybody's spelling, dude.
This is better. Shosha. Shasha.
So, yeah. I say this from a place of love, Nick, but your spelling was terrible.
Oh, I know. No, Yated Hanky, this is no secret. I can't math or spell.
I mean, you're not wrong. You're not wrong. Nick tries real hard. Anyways, Mike Scioscia, career average of 259, 68 home runs, 446 RBIs, 344 OBP, and a 27.6 WAR. Absolutely a rock behind the plate for the Dodgers for quite a while.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah, I really loved him as a manager.
Oh no.
No,
Tigers just tied the game in the top of the 8th.
Of course they did. Yeah, who hit it?
Doubled down the line by Torkel.
Ugh. Well, here we go. Like I said, you can't just sit on this small lead.
No.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, it was a double play ball that Naylor booted. That kind of set up this inning. Oh, he got fisted too. Dang.
Yikes.
Naylor was playing in the second base hole pretty much, and he got jammed down the line for a double.
Hope he's got better hands. Hope he's got better hands when they hand him that kid.
Oh God, that's brutal.
Anyways, moving on. All right, next one. Another guy, Nick, that we loved, that we talk about quite often on this show. I shouldn't say quite often, but he comes up decent amount. All right, played for 10 seasons between 2001 and 2010. Played for the Angels, Cardinals, Blue Jays, and Padres. 2-time World Series champion, 02 and 06, and a 1-time World Series MVP. Best known for hitting grand slams in back-to-back games against the Blue Jays. Who is that guy?
Love this guy.
Oh, friggin' amazing. Yep.
Did I spell it right?
You did. You got that one.
Okay, good. Yeah.
Cap, when they're little, they bounce.
Yeah, and John, we say, this is the unwritten rule in baseball. Like 80% of walks score, and leadoff ones are almost 100% of the time in the postseason. You walk somebody in the postseason, it's game over.
Yep.
Yes. Eckstein is absolutely correct. We'll take that spelling.
That is the most creative spelling of his name I've seen. I appreciate that one, Captain.
Yep.
As I tell my kids, creative spelling is okay. You'll learn the word eventually, but creative spelling works.
Right. Yeah. Nice job, guys. Everybody got that
This
one.
is
David
absolutely
Eckstein.
David Eckstein, all 5'6" of him. So yeah, career average of 280, 35 home runs, 392 RBIs, 345 OBP, a 20.9 WAR, and a dude that was so unbelievably clutch in the playoffs. And just when you needed a big play or a big hit, that guy was there, always there.
Yep. Played pretty solid D too for being such a tiny guy, and it was so weird kind of seeing the ball leave his hand coming out of like a 5'4" frame, and it was always a bullet across the diamond. But it looked like he had to get his whole body into it, but
it had to get a running start.
Yeah.
Well, that was like I think of Rafael Furcal too, another small guy with a cannon for an arm.
Yep.
Just got everything into it.
Yep.
All right. I think I've got two more here, Nick.
All
right. So next one. Played for 20 seasons between 1981 and 2000. Played for the Twins, Angels, Royals, Cardinals, Cubs, and Red Sox. 4-time Gold Glove winner, 1987 World Series champion. Best known for turning 2 triple plays in the same game against the Red Sox. Who is that guy? And you are correct, Nick.
Yeah. Yeah, the 2 triple plays definitely is crazy.
Dead giveaway.
Same game.
David, the opposite of Aaron Judge, Eckstein.
Yeah, that's awesome.
I like it because he's little and he's clutch. That's like Jose Altuve, one of the best playoff hitters you've ever seen. The dude's no bigger than a soda can.
Yeah, it's crazy. Absolutely. Oh, hey, Carl.
Carl's
welcome,
here.
Buddy. Yeah, it's absolutely Gary Gaetti for show.
That is the rat.
First of all, that stash it's a good one. That's a great one.
Oh yeah, that's a classic stash.
Yeah, love it.
Yep. That last guy to wear no helmet flap.
Oh, I
did not know that, but it makes sense.
Yeah.
There were a few guys that held out for quite a while.
Yeah.
Anyways, Gary Gaetti, career average of 255, 360 home runs, 1,341 RBIs, 308 OBP, and a 42.1 WAR. Lovingly known as the Rat.
Wow.
When you look at his face, you know exactly why they called him a rat.
Yeah. Yeah, good bat for sure. I mean,
yeah, he was a good bat.
360 and 1,300 is nothing to sneeze at in a career.
No. I mean, he played for a long time, but still. The guy that was, when you play for a long time, it's because you're good. That's why you get to stick around.
Right. Exactly. Yeah. Yeah. Despite the pictures of him with flat helmets. Yeah. But
yeah. Well, these are all pictures, I think, from the 90s, and he was around for a while before then.
Yeah. That's a great one. Good one.
All right. This is another guy we've talked about in the pod a couple of times, but I think you'll remember. Played for 14 seasons between 2000 and 2014. Played for the Marlins, Dodgers, Cardinals, and Giants. 2-time All-Star, 2003 World Series champion. Best known for winning 2 World Series games in 2003 with a 2.19 ERA. Who is that guy? Guy, was original big dumper.
Yeah, love it.
No, Nick. They look very similar. Yes.
Okay. 03 should have given me it. Like, I shouldn't have guessed that first one. Burnett's a good guess.
You guys are guessing all the guys on the staff from 03, but not this guy.
You're all around it.
This is the probably lesser known guy from that rotation. Yeah, Captain, not Beckett, the other one.
Yeah.
Yes, not Beckett, the other one. What was the other one's name? There we go. We got it.
Yeah. If I had a penny for every time I'd seen a wrong guess, I'd have
penny for your thoughts. Penny for your thoughts.
I'd have 3 pennies. Yeah, it's Brad Penny for sure.
Absolutely Brad Penny. And the other one instead of Josh Beckett.
Yeah.
Anyways, Brad Penny, career record of 121 and 101, 1,925 innings, 4.29 ERA, 1,273 strikeouts, and a 24.2 WAR. A guy that in the playoffs in 03 was probably their best pitcher. But Beckett was also insanely good and gets a lot of the attention there. But
Good.
Penny was lights out.
And good guess syndrome.
Yeah.
Not quite, but that's love it.
Hey, we appreciate it.
I miss D Train, man.
I do
Although,
too.
have you seen any of his post game analysis about the pitching? Like after the
No,
playoff games?
No, I can't do it.
It's not it's not great.
It's
not great.
some guys are great at doing it and can't talk about it. And he's one of them.
Yeah, they send it like, all right, let's send it to Don Trell to give him the analysis of his pitching performance. And he's like, he was really good. Okay.
Okay, great.
Yeah,
thanks for that insight.
You're gonna expand. Yeah, yeah. He threw the ball on the corners.
Yeah.
Okay.
He throws good real fast.
Yeah. 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 Cal with a 1-out double. So nice. Awesome.
They need him bad.
Yes.
They need somebody else too.
Yep. That was a good batch of players you just brought, Harrison. Nice job.
Yeah, it's kind of a nice random assortment.
I do way better with those than I do the missing lineups. For whatever reason, I can't get the context, the years, like
yeah. Well, it's hard because the years are kind of all blend, and then there's the guys that are kind of moving in and out. You're trying to figure out where they were each year, and they are challenging. Who is that guy? At least you're focusing on one guy's career, and you get to see a picture of him. So it's like, man, if I can't get it from the stats, maybe I can pick out the face. That's cool.
That is really cool. That is awesome. That's really awesome.
He's a great guy.
Oh, there we go. Julio with a double drove in Cal, bottom
there
of the
eighth,
one out.
And the only two guys that hit in game one are doing it again.
J-Rod is pumped.
He should be. That's huge. Seattle needed that hit in the worst way. They bring up Polanco, who's been crushing all night.
Yeah. I wish I could have seen his celebration, but there was an umpire right in the middle of the camera. So
nice. That's helpful.
Thanks, Hyphen. Yeah, we're on twice a week, man. We're on Thursday nights and Sunday nights. We talk about like the ongoing news. We talk about the matchups. This off season, we have some pretty cool stuff coming down the pike. So it's going to be fun, but we're here every Sunday, every Thursday, and then every once and again we're here for a watch party. But those are our big show nights, and we'll continue that throughout the off season as well. So thanks, man. That means a lot to us for sure.
Yeah, we appreciate it. Yeah, Julio does look locked in. He 6 hits last night for the Mariners in total, 3 from Cal, 3 from Julio.
Yeah.
Those two guys are locked and loaded. They need everybody else to get going. Polanco big tonight. They need Suarez to actually make contact with the ball.
Yeah. Do you have anything else? And do you have anything else?
Kevin Gross. With all those hits. I mean, I accidentally said his name too. I'm like, well, Gross's wasn't that. I'm like, oh crap, I just gave it away. But nobody caught me. I got away with it.
Yeah. Anybody in the chat have anything they want to bring up? This is your time to kind of throw it out there. Harrison's actually going to pull up the chat into the screen so everybody can see on all platforms.
You don't tell me what to do.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Here, let me do that though.
Yeah. So we do this so YouTube people can see what Facebook people are talking about as well, instead of just trying to go through us. So go ahead and take a look at that. But
there's a lot of comments that we don't share on screen. Some of them we just can't get to, and some of them we just can't share.
Yeah. Who homered from both sides of the plate in the same game twice?
Wasn't that Billy Miller? Didn't he do it twice?
He hit 2 grand slams from
both
sides, from each side of the plate.
That's right.
So it's got to be somebody that's a switch hitter that hit 4 home runs. Well, that hit 4 home runs in a game.
Oh, is this all in one game? Oh, in the same game. Homer from both sides of the plate in the same game twice. Okay, they just did it twice from both sides.
He did it twice in their career. I'm guessing Mickey Mantle would be my guess there. He seems like he would.
Nick, you're not his wife. You don't tell him what to do.
Facts.
The irony of it is it's my kids that tell me what to do, and it's the little one. It's the 2-year-old that tells me what to do.
Oh, for sure. It's always that one.
Terrible.
I am not from Oakville. I don't even know where that is. I'm guessing somewhere in Canada, but no, I just have a collection of baseball hats, and that's all. Ken Caminiti is a guess on that one.
That's a good guess. Oh, Ruben
Two
Sierra.
different Ruben Sierra.
All right.
That's a good one.
I should have figured it was Ruben. Dude played forever.
Yep. That's a great one.
That was a great one. File that one away.
Polanco's on first here, one out.
My 5-year-old is the bossy one. It's always the little ones. Little ones are always the bossiest. 2-year-olds act like they rule the world because they think they do.
Yeah. Well, I'm about to find out here soon.
Yeah. I hear you. My kids are teenagers. Yeah. I got my kids span from 14 to 2. And the 14-year-old's wicked easygoing. He's just, he's super chill. And then the girls are 9 and 2. And my God, they run me. They run the house.
I'm sure. All right. Anybody want to bring anything up about playoffs? Any news you've heard? Managers?
Question you got back here. Oh, there it is. Will the Yanks come back and win 3 straight? I mean, I think the Yanks are dead on arrival in New York, but that's just me. I don't think Rodon's got the juice to get it done. So,
yeah, I just don't. It's for me. I think their offense could. I just don't think their bullpen is going to be able to prevent runs. So even if the Yankees put up a 6 spot or a 7 spot in Game 3, I think the bullpen and the pitching give up 8 or 10. So it's not going to help much. I don't think the Yankees can only hope to outslug Toronto in these next 3 games, I think. Now, the Bronx is a completely different animal. I don't know how the Blue Jays played there this year. We will see. But I don't know. It's a tall task for how the Yankees are playing right now. Your ace just got lit up. Are you going back to Schlittler Game 3? I think you kind of have to, right?
So they announced it was Rodon Game 3, Schlittler Game 4,
right.
And then they come back around.
Yeah, I always forget about Rodon. I don't know why, but I just
because he's forgettable, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Yeah, Mike Reed doubt it goes back to Canada. Thomas is saying no.
I'm with you. Yeah, and yeah. Well, yeah. Listen, it was the same thing with our Sox, right? If our Red Sox got out of that series against your Yankees, I don't think we would have had a shot. Harrison and I had the Blue Jays coming out of that because of both bullpens being so shoddy. I mean,
yeah,
really.
I mean,
no matter which team came out of that wild card series, it wasn't looking good for either team.
No, it wasn't. It wasn't good. I mean, the Red Sox and Yankees were built with the same fatal flaw, and that was the bullpen. You just can't hold leads.
Yeah.
And they weren't going to make it.
Yeah. Toppers, I have an extensive hat collection. I wear a different hat every single podcast, and the people that keep coming back can vouch for me on that. I have probably north of 70 hats. In fact, I showed it last show. I open up my closet and it's just all hanging hats. So I wear a different one each night. And I just got this one, and I got a Greensboro Grasshoppers hat.
Oh, sick.
This weekend. Yeah. I'll grab that one. That one's so sick. I'm with you there. I think it is. But Toppers, we are unbiased baseball fans when we're on the show here. Like, yes, we root for the Sox, but we're also realistic about them. Again, that is something that you can talk to these guys about. Harrison and I try to stay pretty level-headed when we are on the show. That's what they all say. Yep, I get it. Whatever. But if you hang around and talk with us, you'll understand. The people in the chat know that we're unbiased and we're realistic fans. But it is what it is. Yeah, Nick has more hats than I have underwear. Yeah, facts. I showed it to you. Captain, you have 3 pairs though. That's not a high part of clear. Oh man. That's awesome.
Oh, that's terrible and hilarious at the same time. Because I was thinking the same thing. I'm like,
great.
I've got 5 hats. I probably have more than you do, Captain.
All right. So toppers, I'm gonna push your thinking here. So why is that BS? So Harrison and I run a baseball show. Why would it make sense for us to be biased for one team? It wouldn't. But thanks, Syndrome. We'll see you next time, buddy. Appreciate it. At least I have enough for the week.
I have at least enough for the week. I like it.
That's
Captain.
fair. That's fair.
I like that.
That's fair.
That's all you need, right? I mean, what's the point of having more than that? You're not going to wear them.
Yeah. Right. Yeah. But
although didn't we find out that John Carter's hat collection is like 1 million?
Yeah, he said 400 and something, which is insane.
Yeah, that's insanity.
But listen, if I worked at Lids, first of all, I don't think my wife would allow me to because of what that would turn into.
Because you're an addict.
Yeah, it would not be good. Man. Yeah, finish this game and do homework. That's John's for sure.
What are we working on for homework this week, John? What do we got?
He's not in math. Yeah, okay. That's fair. I'm a fan of the Red Sox, right? But it doesn't mean just because I'm wearing a Blue Jays hat doesn't mean that I am a Blue Jays fan. Like, I am a baseball fan. I get a hat from every stadium I go to. We love baseball. We talk about every team equally. So it is what it is. I dislike the Sox, but these guys are really unbiased. Thank you. Appreciate it.
Yeah, we got Yankees fans that actually choose to hang out with us, which is weird.
Right.
Never thought I'd see the day I'd be hanging out with the Yankees fans.
Yeah.
I think the irony of it is too, like, I'm born and raised Red Sox fan. Yeah, I used to go to the Red Sox, I don't know, probably three times a month. But I find myself I watch other teams more than I watch the Red Sox now. Just because I watch what's interesting, because I care more about baseball.
Yeah. So yeah, baseball is bigger than a team. I'm with you, Captain. It is. There's so much that happens every night. There's something new that we see every game. We say it all the time. It's like, have you ever seen this before? And we're like, no. Like, we watch every game. I have Big Inning on. I watch 4 or 5 at a time. It's incredible. Even if my team's not playing, I'm watching baseball, and I'm usually pulling for one team or the other. Right? If your team's out of it, are you just like, I don't care who wins? No. Do you watch the NFL? Do you have fantasy? Like, you're pulling for other teams. It works that way. It's the same thing.
Yeah, I mean, tunnel vision is not realistic. I mean, there's all sorts of reasons to watch other teams, and not only that, but there's such an incredible amount of talent around baseball that why wouldn't you want to watch more of it and watch and see everything it has to offer?
Yeah. Right. Exactly. So
what else we got, chat?
Yeah, John, I would pull that one up. That one was good. Harrison sent me that same exact post like about 5 minutes after you did. The Blue Jay shirt.
Oh my god, it's so bad but so funny.
Yeah, so good. Yeah.
This is interesting. According to the Brewers, as of a couple hours ago, they may actually use Quinn Priester out of the bullpen in Game 2 and split the game.
So like do a split start?
Yeah, just to get more of their starters in.
Well, if they plan on putting 12 runs up on the Cubs again, I don't think that's a bad idea.
Yeah.
Do they have bullpen issues too? Or are they, I mean, they're probably well rested at this point.
Yeah, they're fine. I think they're trying to find a way to get more of their starters in,
Yeah.
so that their bullpen doesn't get taxed as hard.
Ashby
So
has,
Ashby's the opener. Okay.
okay. Yeah.
And then they're going
And
to
then,
have Priester ready to come in out of the bullpen to pick up where he leaves off. Interesting.
yeah.
This is
Well,
actually this is a cool point, Mike, because there's an article about Cam Schlittler. So I'm not sure if you know, but he was born and raised just outside of Boston. His parents are still there, and so here's a guy who was born and raised outside of Boston, went to Northeastern University in Boston, and just
pitched
eliminated the Red.
against, he
Yeah, just
pitched
eliminated the
against the
Red
Red
Sox.
Sox.
That's
Well,
right.
he pitched against them at Northeastern.
Yeah, he had a 1-2-3 inning in spring training, and then just eliminated them. So his dad was saying he was getting all kind of text messages from friends like, your kid ruined our season and stuff like that, just kind of joking. But this was a kid who was born and raised right in Red Sox country, middle of it, right smack dab in the middle of it, and now he's a Yankee.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy. And that outing was, I mean, I get the pitch count, but we don't see guys go complete games anymore. I would have loved to have seen that kid finish it off for baseball's sake.
Yes.
I mean, 12 plus Ks, no walks, 8+ innings pitched. Red Sox couldn't touch that dude. It was a masterpiece. It was. I wish he could have gone the distance, but I get
It
the
would
pitch
have been
count.
awesome.
What was it? He was at like 106, 107, something like that, I think. So, like, I get it.
Gross. Yeah, Tommy, we're with you on that. I mean, I picked the Phillies. I picked the Phillies kind of begrudgingly because of their track record, because they do seem to go ice cold, but this was their chance. That rotation is so good. That bullpen's finally full. The lineup, whew,
Yeah.
they finally have the pieces.
Yeah. Northeastern doormats of the bean pot.
I mean, you're not wrong. I mean, I grew up a fan of UNH Wildcat hockey, and Northeastern was always one of the teams that came in that you just like beat up on for the weekend, then they left.
Yeah. The bean pot, though, that's what BCBU,
Northeastern, Harvard, right? Isn't it those four?
I think so. Yeah. You won't ever see a Yankees fan put on other team's clothing, and that's fine. That's fine. We're baseball fans.
Do what works for you.
Exactly.
But I will say, most people wearing Yankee stuff aren't actually Yankees fans. They just wear it because it's cool.
Also facts. I love the Phillies, and I hope they come back. I'm not writing them off, but their bats going ice cold every October worries me. And Tommy, we're with you. I mean, that was, unfortunately, I changed my pick last week, after the wild card round, and I picked the Dodgers because, they had glorified scrimmages against the Reds, and they got their offense clicking, and they're going in hot against the Phillies team that's coming off the couch. And your track record in the playoffs isn't great, right? So that worried me, and that's why I'm kind of taking the Dodgers. Harrison's sticking with you. He's sticking with your boys. And listen, I want the Phillies there, but I think the Dodgers are too much for the Phillies at this moment, which is unfortunate, but that's just my own thoughts on that.
Oh, here, Michael corrected us with the correct pronunciation. Harvard, Northeastern. Yeah. Nailed it.
BCBU. So I had a buddy that was actually the BU mascot for the hockey team.
Nice.
And actually got fired because he shot a t-shirt cannon at a guy that was sleeping.
What?
Yeah.
That's awesome.
He had it coming. He goes, who sleeps at a BU hockey game? No one should be. Yeah.
No, true. I mean, BU's pretty much always good.
Yeah. This is a great question, Mike. I don't know. I think this is here to stay until the expansion teams come in and we go 16-team playoff. I think the bye's here until then. Would you agree with that, Harrison? Probably, maybe.
Yeah, I mean, I think the bye is here for the foreseeable future. I think that it's allowed them to. I think the expansion of the playoffs has made the regular season more valuable, and because of that alone, they'll keep it in place. And that when they do expand, I think they'll have to figure out how they're going to they're going to deal with that, because then you got to realign and stuff like that, which is going to certainly change things around. But I mean, you think of all the teams that were in it to the end this year, and the races, and what, game 162, how important that was to a lot of teams. The extra playoff spots matters
Yeah.
matters a lot.
No. Yeah, I think when the next two expansion teams come in, I think we'll go to like the hockey playoffs, if you will, where one plays 8, two plays 7, so on, and then they reseed or whatever. But yeah. Yeah, and guys, listen, I completely get like being loyal to your teams, absolutely. But as podcast host of me and Harrison, trying to be non-biased, like why wouldn't I support other teams that we talk about, right? Like, yes, I love the Red Sox, and I don't necessarily love the Blue Jays, but why not?
I can appreciate another team that's good.
Exactly.
But again, everybody's got to do their thing.
Yeah, it is what it is.
I wear my Red Sox hat more than I wear any other hat, but it doesn't mean I don't wear other hats.
Right. Especially, hopefully, next season we might be in a lot of black and purple, hopefully, but we'll see.
Yeah, we'll see.
Yeah. Besides baseball first, do you guys follow the Patriots much? Honestly, I haven't watched a single snap of football this year. I've been so busy with the show and everything like that I haven't. Mariners win 3-2.
Hey,
There we
yeah,
go.
I can't tell, Captain. Did the Mariners win? Is that did they pull through and close? I can't tell. Could you be a little more clear with your message? I'm not sure what you're saying here. Did they win, or is it over?
It's a lot of M's and W's, and my dyslexia is
Yeah.
really kicking
I
in.
guess I don't know.
Yeah. So that's funny. M's a winner.
Yeah. So Tommy was asking up above too, like, Patriots played tonight. Do you guys follow the Patriots? We do. Did you guys follow tonight's game? I haven't looked once at the score. Could not tell you what the score is. Could not tell you what's going on. When the baseball season ends, will I follow them? No. I'll still follow Hot Stove, and I mean, will I follow them? Sure. I mean, I play fantasy football. I will check in to see how they're doing, but I don't follow them closely. I haven't in a long time.
No, I
think the NFL has gotten so watered down and bad. All set.
Yeah, man, it's tough for me. I don't know. We're on episode 263, and really, ever since we've started this, I haven't watched any other sports that much. Really, can I get a Mariners game update?
Yeah, I mean, I'll watch more hockey than I watch football. I mean, for me, it probably goes baseball, hockey, football, and basketball. You could not pay me to watch. I'm not at all interested.
Well, this actually brings up a great point, right? Like, we know you're a Yankees fan. You like Jim Rice. You like Big Papi. So we have a lot of different fans in the chat every night. So we have Mariners fans. We have Yankees fans. Who was your favorite player that was not on your team? So anybody in the chat can answer that too. So who was your favorite player that was never on the Red Sox?
There's so many of them.
Or I'll even up the ante. Favorite player that was on the rival of your team?
Oh, for me, it's Derek Jeter. I mean, there's no player in baseball that I respected more than that guy. Hated his guts, but
yeah,
because everything he stood for everything Yankees. Like he was the super professional, super consistent. But Derek Jeter, I always wished he was a Red Sox because he was, classy, consistent. Just loved his game. All the opposite field base hits. He never tried to do too much. He didn't have to be the hero. He just kept things going.
Yeah. For me, I think my favorite was Bernie Williams being on the Yankees. But like you, I mean, respected the hell out of Derek Jeter. and then respected the hell out of Jorge Posada when he got that double play ball square off his face. I don't know if you remember that when he was sliding into second base and comes right across and gets
Dude,
it.
that was so bad.
Yeah, that was bad. Pudge Rodriguez, that's a great one. I think that was a lot of people. Cubs fan, Ozzie Smith. Oh, I got to meet him in 2019. Wow, how dare you? You're a Cubs fan. You're
amazing.
Yeah, but you're a Cubs fan. You're not allowed to meet anybody else on another team. That's unreal. Yeah, I mean, for me,
there wasn't anyone good on the Mets to like. I mean, there was a stretch of time where the Mets were really pretty terrible.
Okay, then someone you respected. Like, I mean, I'm not a rival of that, but David Wright. I mean, I loved who that guy was as a player. Could you say, oh, you were at the Field of Dreams? That's sick, Carl. That's
just
cool.
Proof. If you build it, they will come, because Carl went.
Yep, that's cool. Yeah, David Ortiz and Jim Rice. Those are great ones. As Red Sox fans, definitely great ones. Mariner killer, Rafael Palmeiro.
Oh yeah,
he had such a smooth
stroke.
Yeah, he killed a lot of teams. Wasn't just Mariner killer.
Such a smooth stroke.
Yeah. Do you have anybody else, Harrison, that you can like respect from the Yankees?
Oh, I mean, yeah. I mean, I was always a huge fan of Andy Pettitte. Again, another guy that just went out there and was so clutch, won every big game they ever needed. Mariano Rivera, for his consistency, was unbelievable. I was a big fan of Robbie Cano when he first came up, although I hated the fact he was so good. Never an A-Rod fan. I was never an A-Rod fan from even back in Seattle and Texas. I just never really cared for him. I thought he was a dink. Paul O'Neill. I always thought Paul O'Neill was a cool dude. He seemed like the kind of guy you'd want to be have on your team.
Yeah. Harmon Killebrew, Bob Gibson as a Yankees fan.
Yeah.
Man. All right, so let's.
I wish I could have seen some of these guys live.
Like, for sure. I was like born in the wrong baseball era for sure. All right, so let's flip that on its head. So everybody in the chat, on your team, you can only pick one. Can only pick one. Who is the favorite player of all time on your team? So
can you read that?
So Trot Nixon.
Yep, you got it.
Yeah, Mr. Meehan.
Yeah, exactly, Mr. Meehan. I've got all my signed stuff framed up behind me.
Yeah.
What? Signed card, signed picture, signed card, signed jersey.
A-Rod is my Machado for Harrison. That's
yes.
Yeah.
There you go.
Mike Reed, Trot Nixon. There we go. Yeah. You would have loved to kick the ball. Yeah, Nick.
Dude, I bet Paul O'Neill was good at hacky sack. What do you think, Michael? Was he a hacky sacker?
Yeah. Yeah. I don't even have to say mine. The chat already knows mine. I only say it like every single show. Yeah, Jason Varitek for me. Love everything that guy was.
I got the Varitek signed ball and card right over my shoulder.
Yeah, that's coming home with me next time I visit, but just giving you a heads up.
I mean, and if you wonder if I'm a Red Sox fan, I've got the Sports Illustrated from when they won. I've actually got a World Series program from 2004. Like, I've got all the stuff.
Yeah, Roberto Alomar with the Orioles. That's a great one. Anthony Rizzo bringing the World Series champion. That's a great one.
I was always so sad we never saw him in Boston, that they traded him.
Yeah. Jimmy Rollins, Tommy. That's a great one. Love Jimmy. Pokey Reese. Oh, Willie Randolph. That's a great one.
I like it.
I like it too because, like, a lot of people say like, "Oh, my favorite Yankee is Jeter or Judge," or like, I like people that have like unique-ish favorite players. Like, that's awesome. Koufax, okay. Then Munson, okay. I said pick one, but I'll let it slide. That's fine.
Well, then John gave you 3, so
yeah. Who's Edgar Griffey? I have Mike Cameron, but who's Edgar Griffey? Those are 3 great ones.
The poor guy's typing
Yeah.
on a smartphone, most likely, and you're giving him a hard time for
Yeah,
shortening things up.
it's all good. Yeah. Yeah, Chipper. Yeah, he's got autographed Chipper bat. It's pretty sick.
I want his autographed four wheeler,
Yeah, right. So
the
cool.
one that saved Freddie Freeman.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I think your favorite player of all time could be someone that played before your time.
Absolutely.
For sure. Yeah. Oh, just Minx. You're two teams. Oh no. Uh-oh.
Easy now.
Don't open up that can of worms again. Just kidding, bud. It's all good. Edgar Martinez, then Jim Thome. Jim Thome's a great one.
I love Jim Thome. Those Indians teams were so good. It's such a shame they didn't win.
Yeah. I mean, they were so stacked. So stacked.
Stupid good. Just stupid good.
A lot of teams were stupid good in the 90s. Let's be honest.
Yeah, no, there were some just absolute juggernauts in the 90s.
Only one trophy to win, though. That's the problem.
That's the hard part. You can have 10 juggernauts. Only one of them walks out with the trophy.
Yeah.
Wait, you like the Dodgers and the Yankees? How is that possible?
East Coast, West Coast.
Man, whew.
Then I'm changing my favorite to Old Hoss Radbourne.
I didn't think you could be a fan of both of those. I thought that was like you'd like crack the space-time continuum and something would implode.
Well, this will be the deciding factor of who I think, who did he root for in the World Series?
I was just going to ask.
Then we'll know really what fan he is. Albert Bell, that dude was just an animal for sure. That's a great one.
Oh my goodness. Ask Fernando Vina how Albert Bell was.
Just is. And listen, you don't have to have an explanation on this show.
No.
You don't. I love it. That's like, people are like, why are you wearing I usually have a Diamondbacks hat on too. And because I watch them West Coast. Yeah, well, that's true, Carl, most likely. Jimmy Rollins is the only Philly from 2008 World Series team that I firmly believe belongs in the Major League Hall of Fame. Maybe Utley, maybe, but Jimmy for sure. Yeah. I think we've looked at his stats before and we were like,
yeah, I mean, I don't think he's got enough to get there, but I think he'll get some consideration on the ballot for a little while. But I mean, Utley definitely isn't. They're both a no for me, but Rollins I think is at least has a case.
He's got the MVP. He's got three All-Stars, 4 Gold Gloves, Silver Slugger, Clemente Award, which is big for the Hall.
Yeah.
Only 2,400 hits, 230 homers. He hit 264. So that's going to be a no for me, dog. The Hall of Very Good for sure. Yeah.
Yep. That's where he absolutely belongs. But he did have a good career, and that MVP season was pretty damn special.
Yeah, that was his 2020, 20, and 20 year. I'm pretty sure him and Granderson both did it. No.
Second favorite team is the Orioles. I had a grandparent who loved the Cardinals, so I spent time watching them too.
Yeah. Man. Awesome. Yeah, the next few years of the ballot for the Hall of Fame is not great. Not great. No. That's why we'll see Beltran and Andrew Jones get in next year, I believe.
Andrew Jones not being in is a tragedy.
We can get into that in the offseason too. We'll have plenty of time.
There's plenty of time.
Yeah.
We'll get into some Hall of Fame debates.
For sure. But yeah, that one's a big travesty for sure. But
brutal.
Yeah, so I know the playoffs are here, fellas. Everybody has been asking like if we're going to be here throughout the offseason. Yeah, Harrison and I, for the last 4 years, we started this in the lockout, by the way.
We got like a month of baseball in a lockout.
Yep. And we've been here every week since. So like I said, this is episode 263 for us. So, and we're coming up on our 4-year anniversary, which is nuts. And just a couple weeks here. It's already October. So,
oh yeah, right.
So we'll be here throughout the off season. Check us out on Patreon, because even if you join for free, you can put in some show ideas. Like if you're there, You can throw in ideas in the chat, like send us a message in there and give us show ideas. We're looking forward to it. We want you guys to contribute to this show. And like we always say, like we're fans that have this platform for fans to speak their mind. Like that's why we have created this. Like we're not professionals. We don't get paid to do this. Like we want to provide a platform and create a platform for all fans to come and enjoy and to talk about what they want to talk about, because there's no other podcast out there where fans have a forum to talk. And that's what we want to provide to you guys here. Like, yes, we talk about the news and the topics and all of that stuff, but we also want to give you guys that platform as well. So check it out. And if there's something you think that we should do on the show, or you want to put something together for the show and want to come on, you're more than welcome. Just send us a message. We can get it set up and get you on. If that's something you want to do, more than welcome. Just let us know. But that's why we're here, and that's why we created this. It's morphed into something more than Harrison and I ever thought it was going to be. And it's pretty incredible. So we do a lot of fun stuff. We put together a 10-week Jeopardy challenge, which was a blast. It was a lot of work, but it was a blast. And we are going to bring back Family Feud with Nostalgic Baseball Geezer too during the off season.
The Geese.
Yeah, so that's going to be, I haven't figured it out. It's either going to be a 2 or 3 week trivia challenge. Like it's going to be not just a one and done. It's going to be a couple weeks long. So
yes, and keep your eyes on Patreon. There's going to be bonus streams, watch parties, all kinds of extra stuff going on over there. So swing on over and check it out. It's also the easiest place to start some baseball conversations and debates, and it's a lot more user friendly.
Yeah, I looked in there today for the first time and I was like, oh, these guys are having a full-on conversation. I was like, I love it. Like, that's incredible. So yeah, definitely check that out. But yeah, thanks, Tommy. Appreciate it. Yeah, and that's what it is. Like, we want it to be a safe space for fans, right? And we respect everybody's opinions, because when you talk about baseball, what Harrison values is something that I value completely different. Like, we value different parts of the game, and his point of view is not wrong. My point of view is not wrong. Well, everybody
sometimes
it's neither here. We'll just say 60% of the time it's wrong all the time. But no, seriously, like everybody watches the game of baseball differently, and that's what I love about it. Because like how you take it in is different than how Tommy does, or Carl does, or Captain does, or John Temple does. Like everybody sees it differently, and the way you take it in isn't wrong. So, and that's what I love about it. There's no other sport like that.
No, and I love it because like we'll be talking about a topic, and like I'll see these different opinions come in through chat, and I'll be like, oh man, that's actually a great way to think about it that I hadn't thought of it.
Right.
It's really cool to get all these different opinions and perspectives, because there's a lot of different ways to look at something.
Yeah, absolutely. So, all right. Do you have anything else for tonight, Harrison?
I don't think so. Glad to see the Mariners pick up that win. They needed it bad. Now the Phillies got to do it tomorrow too to make these series interesting.
Absolutely. So
Phillies and Cubs both need to win.
Yeah. Yankees don't though. Sorry, Will. Sorry, Will. But I mean, that's a tough mountain to climb.
That's brutal.
That's a tough one. Before we log off, what do we like about baseball better than football? I think for me, it's the increased number in Tommy John surgeries. That's what I really love about baseball more than football. I don't know. I think I just love the chess match between the pitcher and hitter. Like my friends were like, how can you watch this? It's so boring. And I go, okay, sit down with me and I'll tell you why I love it. So we were like watching a game. This was years ago. And I'm like, fastball up and in. Next pitch, boom, fastball up and in. I'm like, all right, now he's going to go soft stuff away. It's going to be either a slider, curveball, changeup away. and next pitch he does it, right? So like I love that chess match in that game, but then I also love how it's different every night. We see something different every night. Some weird play, some fluke play. We see a 6-8-2-3 put out at first. Like it's just random, right? Like it's just random. And other sports are just like, okay, I'm gonna dribble the ball up the court and shoot a three. Oh shoot, I missed it. Outlet, two dribbles, three. You know, it's the same thing over and over again. Baseball's completely different. Yeah, and this is what I mean. Like I've watched thousands of baseball games in my life, and every game I see something I've never seen before, and that's what blows my mind about this sport. So
yeah, for me, it's all the things Nick said. It's also the fact that the game is timeless in the sense that you're not watching a clock, waiting for your last possession. You're guaranteed your 9 trips to the plate if you need them. But also to me, it's all the constant one-on-one matchups. It's the only sport where you're on a team, but everything you do is by yourself. It's you against the pitcher. Your teammates can't help you during the at bat. The balls hit you, you've got to make the play. You've got to make the throw. If you're on the mound, you've got to make the pitch. Like your teammates are there supporting you, but you are basically on your own. It is you versus the other guy. It is one-on-one, and you either come through or you don't. And I think that's the part of it that I love the most is that it is a team game, but it really is. It's nothing but solo matchups.
yeah, it's so crazy to think, right? I mean, you got 9 guys out there. You got 9 guys out there, but it's essentially like you said, it's a solo game.
Yep.
It's like it's baseball. Yeah, you just nailed it. It's just it's baseball. Yeah. Oh, we got another Jays fan in the chat. Let's go, Ryan.
Nice.
Yeah, they're playing well
It's a
right now.
good time to be a Jays fan.
Yeah. And it's about time. I said this on
you've
Thursday.
Waited too long.
I have picked them in my preseason prediction to make the playoffs for the last 4 years. Finally gave up on them at the beginning of 2025. So like these guys are just burning me every year. And they finally get there. So love it. But yeah, so I think we're going to call it a night. This was an absolutely incredible show. Like I say, every week, we appreciate you guys coming back week after week and talking about the game with us and what's happening around the league. We really appreciate the support. And some exciting baseball coming down the stretch here. We got Monday, Tuesday, is it Tuesday's the full slate of games? Right, because American League is off tomorrow, and then all 4 will be back on Tuesday, right?
Yes, I believe so.
Yeah. So we will have a lot to talk about on Thursday to break down. Some series might be over, some series might not. Would that be game 5 Thursday night for some?
Yes.
Or
It might be game 5. Might not be game 5 for more than just 1 or 2. It might be the National League that goes out a little longer. But either way, we may catch a little baseball on Thursday. But if not, and all the series are wrapped up, then we'll be previewing the championship series.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, we're almost at 1K on YouTube. We're so close on YouTube. Facebook, we're almost at 20,000. So thank you guys for your ongoing support. Like Facebook has exploded. And I love that you guys are enjoying the trivia over there as well. So keep sharing our stuff, keep liking our stuff, keep commenting because it's just pushing it out there further so we can interact with more incredible baseball fans like yourselves. But again, thank you so much. We will see you again Thursday night at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
See ya.